Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What's poppin', homies? It's your boy Frank Nitty back in the sneaker room, back from a crazy successful Nike outlet trip in Kissimmee, Florida. Let's give it up for a Kissimmee, Florida outlet one time. Salute to them. Yo, that's crazy, man. Imagine that. 150 odd pairs of Travis Scott just shipped to the Nike outlet, and they had the decency, the kindness to post a printed note letting us know that they will be receiving Travis Scott's Jordan 11s and the Gatorade 6s, green joints, must I add, for sale on September 13th. Now we know some of these shoes came out over a year ago, close to a year ago, and a couple months ago. All these shoes sold out day one. Gatorade 6s sold out day one. I got me a pair. Actually had two pairs. I got the second pair from the Nike outlet clearance store in International Drive. But you already saw that video. That's a whole different story. Then they had the Gym Red 11s. We know those drop around close to Christmas time, around December, winter time. We'll say that. Last year, they had them there. Not only did they have those shoes there, they had them for a cheap price. $120. Where they do that at? Where do they do that at? And then to round it off, they had the Travis Scott 4s, the Cactus Jacks, the Houston Oilers colorway, whatever you guys want to call it. I call it I need to have them, and I got them by sheer luck. Let me tell you my story, because that was a long-winded introduction, man. So peep it. I got hit up with a homie via email. He's like, yo,
there's a spot, this the time, you need to be there.
I'm like, I bet. And then I start randomly getting messages from other people telling me about the same spot. I'm like, wow, so this is public. This is publicly known. You got people from the Panhandle in Florida. If y'all from Florida, I know where that's at. All the way up to up north, man, New York, whatever. Hit me up about these shoes saying, am I going? I was like, man, I owe it to you guys. Hell yeah, I'm gonna go. So your boy decided to get up early that morning. Not really. I got up late. And I decided to get on the road, got on the road late because I want to get some Dunkin' Donuts. I want to have enough energy to stay in this line because I knew it was going to be a line. And speaking of lines, this line was wrapped around the building. Wrapped around the building at a Nike outlet. How do you have a line around the building at a Nike outlet? Unless it was giving away some heat. And they had both. Something special and a lot of heat. A lot, man. So let's go down the list of what they had. So off rip, they had the Air Jordan 4 Cactus Jacks. This is why I went there for these shoes. This shoe was the reason why I ventured to the Nike outlet in Kissimmee. Now these shoes did hit for retail. They was hitting for $225. And I was like, gotta have them. Pulled up to the spot. The line was wrapped around the building. It was all the way in the back, man. It was like an L shape, a 45-degree angle. Is that a 90-degree? Nevertheless, man, a long line. I post up. I was like, there's no way I'm waiting that line. I started getting discouraging. Y'all saw me in the car, man. It was very discouraging to get out that car and get in that line because I was like, what's the chance of me getting it? Not knowing the amount of pairs they had. Anyways, the doors open at 9 o'clock. Salute to them. They open the doors. Well, not really early. They do open at 9. So they open the doors around 9. So they let 5 people in at the time. Now, I was on the opposite line, right? So there's a line here and there's a line here. The line here is for regular customers. I was in the regular customer line because I wasn't getting back in that line trying to win these shoes. So I went inside like a normal customer. I shopped around. I found a few things. Probably what I'm wearing right now. I got me like 2 shorts, some t-shirts, and some socks, man. I got a plethora of socks, bro. This is what I cop when I went inside. $2.99, must I add. So after shopping there, grab a few items. Saw a few stuff that I would like to have, but I was like, man, do I really want to purchase a pair of shoes when I got some heat behind the counter? I was like, nah, let me just get these shorts and be out. Dropped my $25 coupon, got my shirt, my shorts, my socks for like $20, $37, and I took off. Went to the Nike clearance store. Got to the Nike clearance store, combed through that entire store, and the most I saw was those Platinum 7s, which I thought I was gonna get, but at the last minute I was like, nah. And I thought to myself, yo, go back to that Nike outlet, man. Go back to the Nike clearance store in Kissimmee. See what's left over. But before I make a blank trip, I decided to call. I was like, yo, do you have any of those Air Jordan 10 Shadows? If I didn't mention it, they had the Air Jordan 10 Shadows. I saw them when I went to pay for my clothing prior. I saw them behind the counter as well, but they was in the cut. You know, they didn't give them much love. And I looked at the price and it was hitting for $100. Now, most people in the line was not after those. So I thought maybe my chances is I'll come back and at least cop those. For $100 with a $25 coupon off, Why not, right? Get it for $75 and keep it moving. So she was like,
yeah, we have them.
but then apparently she misunderstood me. I was like, all right, cool, can you hold it? She was like, nah, we can't hold based on how today is hectic with all these people coming to buy shoes. They can't hold anything. First come, first serve. I get it. Hands off. I was like, that's what's up. And then she goes,
wait a minute, are you talking about the shadows or are you talking about the Westbrooks?
I'm talking about the shadows, the gray and black joint. She's like,
oh, I thought you were talking about those Westbrooks, the white ones.
Well, you know there's a plethora of those, man. Also the International 3s, which was hitting for retail. By all means, I didn't want that shoe. So she was like,
oh, well, I apologize. I thought you wanted that. We don't have your size in the other shoe.
I was like, damn. I said, so if you don't have my size in that shoe, then you probably don't got any Cactus Jacks left, right? Or those Gatorade 6s. She goes,
no. We got them. We got some Cactus. We got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs.
I was like, say no more. I'm en route. So I drove there, got there in 25 minutes, and they had 3 pairs left. I was able to cop me a pair. I'm glad she gave me that information. They had a lot of shadows left at that $99 price point and my size, that 11.5 and 12. So I pulled up and I was like, yo, am I able to cop 2 pairs? Yeah, these. I can buy both, right?
Yeah, 2.
There's like, yes, you can. The signature shoes, which they call the Air Jordan Retros, anything that dropped this year, they consider that signature shoe. You know, the elite athletes, the LeBron, the Kobe's, that's what they call signature shoes. So they'll allow me to cop 2 signature shoes. So I got the Shadows and I got the Cactus Jacks. So I was like, cool, I'm happy. I already had the International 3s, plus they was hitting for retail. They had those Gatorade 6s for like $120. Cool, I already have that, don't need them. Then they had the 11s Gym Reds. Cool, I already have those. Those are hitting for $120. But those all gone though, right? So the only thing was left the Cactus, the International 3s. Oh, they had the Michigan 12s as well, but there's no need for those. I didn't care about those. And then those had those shadows like I mentioned. Secure my bag. I walked outside. I was like, let me get this store at once over. Once over means pretty much just can go through at a glance, see what else I can cop before I leave. Went there and I found these joints. Found these joints fitting for $99. And these are not considered, they're technically a signature shoe, but they weren't behind the counter. So there was no issue with me doubling up. So your boy got 2 pairs, size 12, man. Now I already talked about this shoe in the previous video. These shoes is laced. This probably have been worn. So I'm gonna take this shoe back and actually get another pair that hasn't been laced and choked. Like, who does this, man? Who choked their shoes like this? Especially if you're gonna return the shoe, man. You would think you'd be light and real precious. Man, whatever. That's kind of upsetting, man. The fact that somebody put that shoe on his feet and return it. Nevertheless, man, that's not about that. It's about these Travis Scotts. Now, I did pay $224 for these, and I did pay $99 for this, but I hit them with the $50 off, so the total ended up being like $2 something and change. Now, those Jordan 1s, I was able to use a $25. Actually, no. Yeah. With those Jordan 1s, I was able to use my $25 off MVP card. So I got those for like roughly $85, man. So that makes 2 in the collection, 3. I may get rid of one of them. I don't know yet. I'm not going to sell it because that shoe is choked up. Like I got 3 total. 2 I'm keeping for a fact. 1 I may get rid of. I don't know yet. Maybe a trade. I don't know at the moment. And that was my experience at that Nike outlet clearance store. Got so discouraged when I got there and see how long that line was. Partly was my fault, waking up late, leaving late, and then only get to Nike outlet and not getting out the car. Had I gotten out the car, I would have got my pair. Had I been patient, I would have got my pair. But I left and came back and still got my pair. At the end of the day, it was a win-win-win situation. Double up on pair of shoes I wanted. Got the Shadow 10s like I said I was going to do and got way below retail. I think I paid, half off. I think I got those for half off, man, because there's retail for $190 and I got them for like $80-something. That's what's up. Cactus Jack retail because it depends where you want to apply that discount. I applied a discount to the cheaper shoe because Cactus Jack is going for over retail, right? It's like at 3 something. So if you pay $220 something, if you pay $225 plus tax, you're still winning. So I applied the discounts to the cheaper shoe, in this case the Shadows, which would drop that to $75 plus tax. Also the Jordan 1s, which would drop that to $75 plus tax. So it's a win-win-win situation across the board, man. Well, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. And salute to that Nike outlet for actually posting it. They didn't have to do that, but I guess they had so many peers they had to tell the masses. So salute to them. The Nike Kissimmee store is probably I won't even say it's underrated. It's not underrated. It's probably the most exciting Nike store, or probably the best Nike store you can probably get to next to a Nike employee store. Even though it's a clearance, and the fact it's being a clearance is that you get so many other discounts. Like we were able to use our MVP cards for those shoes, even though they was dirt cheap, except for the Travis Scotts and the International 3s. If you're new to this channel, you like what you just saw, or if you just saw this video, go back and watch the Nike outlet video I did at the Kissimmee store previous to this one. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell as well. Obviously, if you like my content, you want to do so you can see videos like this when I drop them, right? And everybody else, man, keep leaving your comments down below. And I promise you at some point I'm going to reply to everybody. Just got caught up making videos. So I'll get on my grind and hustle replying to you guys, man. And that's pretty much it, man. You guys already know my slogan. Good to go.